pretty early because I think I'm going to a paper Iconic Masters draft later, so um, had to change the schedule a little bit. Today we're going to be playing the green-white deck. Willie Edel seems like he enjoys it a pretty decent amount. It looks pretty fun, has some pretty cool cards in it. Um, Supposedly it's okay versus energy and red, but like it has a lot of play to it. Don't actually even know what this card does, so I should probably read it. To the turn, target creature gets. Alright. Okay. I think this thing has Death Touch and Revolt, so that's kind of cool. Overall, kind of like it. But yeah, this is what we're going to try today. I believe this is his updated build, but like, don't hold me to it. What's up, James, man? What are you into? Hope you had a wonderful Friday Night Magic wherever you were. Hope it all went well. Did you get to crack you any iconic Masters draw or cards? It's kind of weird where it auto puts that at the 3. I mean, I know why it does it because of the two sides, but it's just kind of weird. I'm used to them being back here because cards like this they usually have an X in them or whatever. Don't know how I feel about this card, but I like everything else here. I think these cards are very good. I think these cards are very good. Be interesting to see how it plays out. Hey, man. Have no idea. We're getting ready to play our first game ever with the deck. So I guess we'll keep this hand. Getting ready to play our first game ever with the deck. Hopefully we'll be able to give you a little more information in a couple hours. Probably should have led with the forest. Not sure which one of these is actually better to lead with. I don't actually know which. Maybe I should have led with this, but this feels like it just can trade with a creature that he doesn't care about, and I don't care if this card trades as badly. Hey, Sean, what's up, man? So he didn't have a removal spell? I mean, he might have a braid or something, and just not cared enough to kill that, I guess. Probably what he does have, because you know he's got a spell by now, right? I feel like it's pretty safe to think this thing's about to die. Hey, Dong, what's up, man? Or maybe our opponent's just playing something that we didn't think he was playing. Perilous Voyage, to put that back in our hand? Well, alright, so our opponent's playing something that we didn't think he was playing at all. Think I'm gonna play the Bouncer? Or the Brancher? It's like return something to your hand and they get to scry to if it's got 2 or less casting cost. So our opponent's playing like some kind of blue, green, maybe other color, probably control list if he's running that. Am I willing to draw that? I guess I'm willing to draw that. Just flooding the board of creatures seems fine. That's very good in draft. Yeah, our opponent's playing the best draft cards, I guess? I don't know. Could just be playing a Teamer Energy deck or something that has a card like that in it. Like, that's completely and utterly reasonable. Start with this thing just to get information, I guess. Certainly leaving that one on top. Still, Sunwing's pretty nice. I'm surprised there's not a third in the deck. Twitch lit. Double 3 pizza. Who's that? Who's the double? Like, what streamers is this, I guess? I think he's just on Teamer. Okay. It looks like he could be potentially on the blue-green Pummeler, I guess? Oh, that's kind of cool. I might have to check him out then. I'm attacking for a lot. So, like, even if he has a bounce spell for this and he blocks our biggest, he's taking 10. I think he's probably blue-green Pummeler. Go to sideboard like he's blue-green Pummeler anyway. So what's good if he's a blue-green Pummeler top deck? These cards are probably okay. This card's probably okay. These cards are probably okay. What's not great then? Don't think I want to cast out sort of bindings, though to cast outs maybe. Let's say you're not where we want to be. I was still going to say we don't really care about blossoming defense a whole lot versus them. That could just be wrong. Cut one of the worst. Actually, I guess you're probably better than you. Probably don't want the Legion landing at all. Maybe I want some blossoming defenses, but not them all. Alright. I'm fine with trying this. Hey, Dave C. Thank you for the auto host. Alright, we'll keep. We have a Death Touch creature and some other stuff, so that seems reasonable. We even have, like, a 1/2 pseudo free. Oh. I think this getting revoked doesn't happen a whole lot. I do think it happens some, though. If he wants to trade, I'm willing to trade. I don't think I want to draw that. Putting in a graveyard's not that terrible either because we can potentially eternalize it at some point later. So they're probably Sultai Pummeler then. Maybe they're just Sultai Control, who knows? Or Sultai Energy, rather. Just like maybe they're boring Sultai Energy. Gonna attack with just both of these. Because it may influence on whether I play the Gideon or not, depending on how he blocks. Potentially miss 2 points of damage here, but like, he gets a pretty free block. Or no, he doesn't get a free block, I guess, but. Kinda wanna play this now, but I'm gonna play this. I think I'm an aggro deck, but yet I'm trying to play the control route right now, which is probably just wrong of me. Oh, no, so he was a, he is a pummeler deck then. Would have liked to have hit. Would have liked to have hit a land on that one. Potentially hit a land here. Guess we'll put you in the graveyard too then. Congrats, man. I hope it goes well for you. Does this give trample? It does give trample. How cute. So we get a revolt now? That's fun too. The one at Cavalier Comics, is that the one you're going to? Target him to start with and see what happens. He may have a Blossomo Defensoroo, which is a little disappointing. Means I probably can't attack this turn then. Well, I guess whether I attack or not's irrelevant, right? Because you get 3 activations from this thing, so if he has the one thing, he goes from 5 to 10 with the first activation, 10 to 20, 20 to 40, so not attacking doesn't do anything. Oh, you're going to one on Sunday? What one are they Sunday? Who's going to one on Sunday? I didn't even know there was one Sunday. So we could just be dead here. If he has a larger than life, we don't have an out. So if one of his last two cards is larger than life, we lose. And if it's not, we'll probably try to win next turn. We have a 15-point attack. Alright, he's got a larger than life. We're just dead. Nothing we can do. We missed the land drop, unfortunately. Yeah, there ain't no chance Rob's going to go to something like that. He's a big baby. A big baby. I'd rather have a binding than a blossoming defense. I don't think the blossoming defenses are particularly good in this match. Like, I'm not going to save up mana to play around a Perilous Voyage, and they don't really have a ton of removal spells, and most of our creatures, I don't care if they die. This sounds pretty atrocious, but we'll keep it. So we can't even cast this thing right now. We don't have the mana. Any 2-drop or a white mana would be nice. Alright, really want to draw white mana. We could have ultimated this last game, I guess, and played around a blossoming defense. That's not a white mana. In fact, it's not a mana at all. Maybe we'll get there. I have 7 points of attack. That's not a white mana either. Guess this uses the mana better. Might as well attack with whatever we can this turn. I guess he's going to block that and probably take 8 down to 6. Would be my assumption. I don't think we cycle. I think we just put a ton of damage into him. Because right now he's low on energy. So like him just playing a pummeler's not super threatening over one turn. Now he's down to 4 life. We have this thing in our graveyard to tap stuff. I feel like that's pretty good. Unless he has like Cartouche of Ambition, I feel pretty good about this game. Like we come out of the gates pretty fast. That was turn 4. It was actually really fast. I guess Cartouche of Ambition could, like, kill this and gain 6 life, and then he would survive a turn. But if we drew any land whatsoever, he wouldn't even survive a turn. See, who are all these folks? Lols. Yep, that was one of the cards I was afraid of. Gives us a lot of outs, though. So, like, any land's really good right now. Drawing a second one of these is very good. We do have to hit something, though. He's not netting life either, like, even if he... Okay, so he wants to block. I guess? I don't know. He can't block because we have this, so that doesn't make sense. Like, if he's not blocking, I guess putting this in our graveyard doesn't do much either. So any land lets us sack this. That would deal 8. And if he doesn't attack, any land lets us do this to get rid of this and do 5. So either way, a land's a win, providing he doesn't have anything else in his hand. That's a green mana. Not worried about a green mana. Alright, there's a land. Guess we'll target this one. I think this is the safest play because if I just play one of these and he has blossoming defense, that's not wonderful. Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. We are the winners. Yeah, this card's very good. Surprised it doesn't get more play. Like, this card's been consistently impressive, I thought. So far, it seems pretty darn fast. And to play first we go. I think this hand's reasonable. Like, this card's pretty good. So we're just going to lead with random forest. Got a little too much mana here for a fairly mana light deck, but... if he's Sultai Energy, I feel like he's a pretty big favorite. Hey, Ivan. What's up, man? Like, Walking Ballista just has to be amazing versus this deck. wonder if I'm supposed to bother playing this or whether I'm supposed to play defense here. I guess we'll just play it and figure it out as we go. Like, we're attacking pretty hard right now. Oh, he's gonna block? I wouldn't have expected a block there. Red Rover, Red Rover. On over, go, you team. Yeah, so we're gonna pay 4 life here. We're gonna turn this thing into a 3/3 and trade them. So he's gonna lose his board, take 3 damage, and we're gonna maintain the same board for the cost of 1 card. He might bank his energy here. No, he wants me to use the back half of it, I guess. Hey, Daniel, what's up, man? Oh, I keep forgetting that I can't press F6 when we have these Adonto Vanguards in play. Hostage Taker would be annoying. This Winding Restrictor is not something I care a lot about. Would not mind to draw the thing that gives this double striker massiveness. Alright, well, I guess I don't even want the double striker to get massiveness anymore. Right on time. Well, that's kind of interesting. I guess we don't want to use it this turn. Don't care if he blocks. Like, we're just going to hope to fade a thing. Well, he could have blocked that for 3, but that's fine. He could have blocked that for 3. We'll hope to fade anything that can kill this guy now. A pretty good attack next turn regardless, though. Like, even if he does kill this, we can, like, make one of these bigger and tap 2 blockers, I guess? That does something? So it depends on how he kills it. We could potentially just be lethal. If he taps all of his mana or something, like, we're certainly lethal if this is something we can play. Or something we can play it on. We don't know that we can play it on that. Like, a Hostage Taker kills that, a Verascus can kill that. That doesn't kill that. That doesn't kill that at all. Well, I guess it does. You could use all 4 of them to kill it. Use all 4 triggers to kill it. So Blossoming Defense would win. It's kind of interesting. So if I use you here, he's got to spend all 4 of those on that. And if he does that, we get to tap this and get him for 6, 7. If we use this here, he can kill this there. This thing would be a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He would just be able to block this randomly and he wouldn't die. I don't think he's dead that way. Alright, I think I like this. That's actually kind of bad, right? He could just have Fatal Push. Yeah, he can just have Fatal Push there. Alright. I'm putting it here then. Could potentially have to pay a whole lot of mana to try to keep this alive. Or a whole lot of life. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. Guess if he's got to block anything, I want him to block with that. Let's put the smallest toughness as a blocker. Okay. So he can still block with this. So I can't attack with this anymore. So if I attack with everything, he just gets a 3 block on this with that. A 3 block on that with that. And he would die. So he has to block this. And he would take. Yep. I feel like this blocks or attacks okay. All of our stuff stays vigilance too, so it's not like we don't have blockers for the following turn. Alright, Danto's going to live no matter what, and he's going to take quite a bit of damage. So he's still going to go down to 2 here. It kills most of his board. A Danto would kill, or putting it on this would kill everything, but he had a black mana left open, and I didn't want him to Fatal Push. He can't Fatal Push this card because we can just pay the 4 life to give it indestructible. I didn't want him to get a 3 block on this. Or I didn't want him to use like 1 spell and run our whole offense. And unfortunately, the Pill in a 40 is a sorcery, so it's too late once we saw him use the mana. There's a bash with everything here. I don't think there's enough spells that stop us from winning. If they are, I'm not thinking about it. I can't think about it off the top of my head. Alright, so we're on the draw, which means we probably want to be a more controlling deck. So we probably want this type of spell versus a Sultai deck. Probably definitely at least want the cast outs as well. I feel like this card's pretty good here. This card's pretty slow and they have Blossoming Defense. I don't think I want very many non-repeatable ways to do things. Pretty sure most of the white 1-drops aren't good enough versus a deck that has Walking Ballista. For the control match, we probably don't need all of these either. We probably don't want to draw more than 1 a game. Hey, Latso, what's up, man? Life is not fair. So close. So very close, man. Kinda want this card, but I think I'm afraid to play it. I would take out like a Pouncer for it, maybe? The Pouncers are fairly good in this match, though. Let's just run it as is. I'm thinking about doing a Iconic Masters draft myself tomorrow. I've not decided yet, but that's one of the reasons for such a late night stream. Or early morning stream, depending on how you look at it. I think we'll keep this hand. We have a scry and we're on the draw. And he's mulliganed twice, and I actually put a decent amount of value into this. But with the scry, that essentially gives us 3 draw steps, so I think we're pretty likely to hit 1 land, and I think 1 land's good enough to keep this hand with. We just scryed that to the bottom. That could very potentially be the Moto bug. Let's hope it's not. Alright, well that's bad. We never hit the land, but I do think it's correct to hit the land. I do think the hand's a keep. Whether we hit the land or not, I think the hand's a keep. There's tons of removal spells in this deck, so I'm assuming that that we'll never get to block in this spot. Alright, well, I will block all day long and hope you don't realize that this thing has Death Touch. Huh? Landerino? Hey, we hit a land. Well, it may not be a bug. I mean, you know it's going to happen sometimes, realistically. Not saying it was a bug. I'm saying just simply saying it may have been. We don't know. We will never know. Kinda sucks that we can't block. Land? That's not a land. That would be the third one, though. So the other one is the bottom card of our library. So we won't see another one of those this game if it was not the bug. Because we did sideboard one out. No, we didn't sideboard one. Okay, yeah, we did. I thought we sideboarded one out. We have to settle the wreckage, so all we have to do is really live to 4 mana and it may be good enough. We'll have to see. Oh, that Walking Ballista was brutal, so... Basically, we have 1 turn now to draw a white mana, and drawing it may not be good enough. I'm actually kind of surprised about that. Yeah, may not be good enough. But the thing with the biggest toughness down, so it makes it a little harder for him to use this stuff, but... If we had a green card in hand, we could have played the green card and cycled this, but we don't. We have to block or we're just dead on board. So we're pretty much just dead on board now. He may not go for it for some mystical reason, but even if he doesn't go for it, he gets 7 counters on this on the following turn. Yeah, we're way dead. He's got 4 times 3. He can make this a 17 by itself. Or he can just kill us with this. Six. He can put 3 more counters on that, which would be 7, 8, 9. Then he can remove 7 counters from that. Just 16 exactly. Oh. Never mind. Apparently I messed up math somewhere. It's more than 16. Alright, we're done. Alright, so going into game 3. We're on to play again. Walking Ballista's pretty brutal. And we can't even see our deck. Still think the Sacred Cats are kind of bad. The Legion Landings may be a little bit better because they're a little easier to flip onto play. I think all those cards in general are pretty bad though. For some reason I think you're a little worse when we're not trying to be as controlling. And we're adding a couple of faster spells to our deck. I don't know. Maybe I should have never brought this card in to begin with. Let's try this. It's roughly the same speed, but I feel like we were in reasonable shape that game if we hit lands. This hand's a keep, even though I don't like it. Again, we're kind of missing on lands. I don't think there's that few lands in this deck, though. We'll look next time we go to the sideboarding. We do get to lead with our best 2 creatures, which is kind of nice. And even if we don't hit a land, there's, depending on his hand, some percentage chance that we flip this and can cast this with it. I think I'm going to attack with both. I'm willing to trade a Blossoming Defense for that. Especially when we have another creature we can play. Kind of just want to play this. Feels like this is our safer play. It's the one that gives us the most options next turn as well. Sure. Alright, we'll take some damage. So I guess we'll start with this. Crew here. Remove some energy here. I'm going to attack with them all here. think I'm willing to let this die just to trigger Revolt and play this. That's kind of interesting. Sure, we'll pay 4 life. Kind of weird timing. So we got Revolt, which is nice. Or not Revolt, rather. Oh my god, I didn't play my land first. I should have played my land first. That was so bad of me. I wasn't thinking about that. I'm terrible at magic. Oh, I'm terrible at magic. Terrible at magic. I should still have a harvester in my hand or in play. Oh, boys, we're terrible at magic. Terrible at magic. We deserve to lose today. We deserve to lose every day when we're so terrible at magic, baby. Alright, so we can either save that guy or save that guy. I like the idea of saving this guy. Just clearing his entire board. But yeah. Make like a random 2/2 here? Sure. Well, if things ever go bad, we have that, which is pretty nice. I don't think I care if he kills a vampire. Just trying to push damage right now. So next turn, we can make our 2 things indestructible, play Fumigate, get rid of any blockers, and try to end the game. Which is really nice. I mean, he could have like a hostage taker. Could stop that. I think the hostage taker is one of the least of our concerns at this point. Him gaining life can stop that as well. So what do we got going on here? He can't kill this thing. So if I sacrifice this, it actually puts lethal on the board and makes him chump block with this. And gives us a turn where we can actually cast this as well because we'll have leftover mana this turn. Wait, Why no need to sack? What'd I miss? I guess he was at 6 life. You're right. I didn't have to sack. Oh, I didn't have to pay that either. Oh my god, I'm just not paying attention right now. God, I'm an idiot. So I gave away 4 life and a land that I didn't need to get rid of. Hey, Cora, what's up, man? You can only use this as or as sorcery speed. Yeah, I'm playing pretty bad right now. That was 2 fairly large blunders in a row. That was 2 fairly large blunders in a row. Thankfully, we're far enough ahead that those mistakes that bad didn't cost us, but I do need to be more focused and pay more attention because that was really really bad of me. On Moto or in paper? By the way, good morning, Corey. The Mardu ramp fireball deck I made was not good. Fair, fair enough. Yeah, for some reason, in my mind, he was at 8 life. In my mind, he was at 8 life, and I'm not sure why I thought he was at 8 life. Like, I didn't think I could kill him with the Adontos, and I thought I had to make him chump block. But, like, that doesn't even work because we were only dealing 7. Or, I don't know why I thought he was at 8 life. But yeah, we couldn't lose that game. I even said that play a second ago. I have no idea why. Just not focused. It's just playing poorly. I have no excuse. I'll try to play better. I would throw out the it's 1:35 a.m. excuse here, but I'm not sleepy whatsoever. Like I'm pretty upbeat, pretty awake. I don't know how many white sources there are in this deck, so I don't know whether I want to keep that. I actually have to go look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 over 2 draws. Yeah, that's pretty low. I think that's below 50%, right? I guess we get 3 draws to hit a land. I guess at 3 draws, it's a keep. Pretty weak. It's hard to come. It's hard to come for me, Corey, when I don't leave my house. Uh oh. Can't imagine we're happy to play versus any deck that has this color mana source with this deck. Maybe if it's God Pharaoh's Gift, it's not that bad, but not God Pharaoh's Gift confirmed. Not a land confirmed. Yeah, we have some sideboard options, but like, I feel like we're pretty bad main. Red Rover, send the land on over. That's the best card. Yeah. Well, we probably lose. We did not hit the land in 3 draw steps. I mean, we did. We didn't hit a white land. I think we were like in the mid 60-ish to hit, which I think is a keep. So I can't imagine actually winning this game from here. But we will keep trying our hardest. Broker Intervention is not as great as it used to be. I don't think it protects from Settle. I think most of these decks mostly play Settle. Could not be an approach deck too. He could just be some kind of aggro deck. Or some kind of like control deck. Oh boy, we're getting closer. If he is an approach deck, I really hope he has to draw approach to win and doesn't just kill us with this, because I'd love to see it if he is. It's looking bad here on the farm, though. Guess I'll discard you. We're getting closer to 7 mana. Guess there's some chance we could win a race if they had stone nothing. I think that chance is quickly dwindling. I'm pretending there's some kind of world that we can play this Adoined Pouncer and like deal 5 damage to him before he kills us. I'm not thinking that's very likely, but I'm pretending. He discarded a disallow to his search for Azcanta. Think that may be the baddest of signs that was ever bad. Hiya. Uh-oh, boys. And girls. And children of all ages. I think we're getting a white mana. We are getting a white mana. Woo! Woo! Well, we got our white mana. scavenging grounds in your 3-color deck. That's not fun. Alright, we officially saw approach, so I think we can concede now. And it helps us sideboard a little bit knowing that. It makes the Gideons pretty good. It probably makes the cast outs good. We know these are good. We know these are good. We don't want all of our 1-drops. They don't have a whole lot. Like, that card costs too much mana. Don't think we want these. Maybe we bring in 1. I don't know. What else isn't great? Maybe a cat on the play? Anyway, maybe I want 1 of these just in case. It's always fun to try to get lucky. Okay. Wait, no, I don't want blossoming defense, do I? Get out of my deck, boss. Too late. I should have took out 1 or 2 blossoming defenses. I wasn't thinking. Well, I mean, I'm trying to think, but like, I'm new to the deck and going too fast, I guess. It's a pretty good hand. We have a 1-drop and a 2-drop. The 2-drop does a lot of damage, and then we have this that gets to play around. Fumigate a little bit, which is kind of nice. So we have one of our faster starts. Unfortunately, Settled Wreckage still wrecks us. Glint Siphoner from the board? Didn't expect that. He's bringing in Glints and he has Nimbles and stuff. He may not even have Fumigate. He like may not even have Fumigate. Explore. I think he's going to disallow that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and play the Kenra. Don't really care if he counterspells it. I messed up though. I should have played the Dunes. Not playing the Dunes was a pretty big mistake here because now if I draw the white source, I couldn't use the Dunes. And using the Dunes, fairly solid. Yeah, I guess we technically have lethal anyway, but we would have lethal through a block if we had the Dunes up. Oh, if he's attacking, that means he clearly has something. This is kind of interesting. I want to attack him for lethal, but I don't want to lose my entire board. There's just no real way to do that without, like, sacrificing an Oasis. So I guess we only want to attack him with 2 creatures. Think maybe I shouldn't have attacked him with this one because we have this. Feels like a oversight by me. So disallow that one? Guess if he's disallowing that one, he actually doesn't have to settle? Yeah, I've played mono red. Well, this is only our 3rd match of this deck, so it's pretty hard for me to make any real comments about this deck yet. I feel like I feel like mono red's easier to sideboard versus, probably. This deck has access to Fumigate. Feels like it's a little more resilient, but... So I want to attack for a lethal again. And I don't want to attack with everything, so... I think we're going to start with bringing this back. Probably going to attach it to the Sacred Cat. So we still have 7 power on board, even if he does have a settled wreckage. Well, that's not too surprising. Still have multiple lethal threats for the following turn. I think I played around Settle poorly the turn before this. Gifted Efferborn. That card is going to potentially crush me. Really? The only way you would attack with that is if you drew another Settle, right? Is that the only way you attack with that card is if you drew another Settle? This doesn't really do anything. It doesn't do anything. This attacks for 8, so he kind of has to block it if he has a removal spell. If he's got a second settle, we probably just dead. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hey, JJ Steel, thank you so much for the donation, man. Highly appreciate it. JJ Steel with the $20 donation. That's ridiculous. You give way, way too much. Like, way, way, way too much. Way? Way? I'm gonna keep, like, mildly saying way, because you definitely give way too much. Hellscream, sorry for that kind of, like, bad answer. Like, my sample size with this deck is just, like, way too little so far. It just feels like it's a little less consistent, a little less powerful, but a little more... Feels like it's a little more resilient once you start getting your stuff going. You don't have the power of Hazoret, but like you have Fumigates and Castouts, which are like kind of like catch-alls. And you have like some of these creatures that are just very, very hard to deal with. So it feels like this deck plays from behind a little bit better than the red decks, but I'd say the red decks are a little bit better overall. I apologize for giving like the really bad 1-2 on it though. So I guess I'm supposed to just attack with this guy? I don't know. I'm probably supposed to trade on both here. And by trade on both, I mean only this guy dies, but... I think I have to send them both. Yeah, JJ Steele's my favorite. The rest of you guys can just go away. I'm just kidding, by the way. I love you all. Just love JJ more. I don't know. That's exceptionally generous. Wish there was a way to keep up with the tab's lifetime. So we can actually beat him casting an approach. I guess that's something. I guess I just attack with both here. Playing around Settle seems stupid when I can just like play this guy. Yeah, so we get to play a third game, and we've learned a little bit more about his deck now than what we originally had thought. So he actually has creatures in his deck. He's got annoying creatures in his deck. Does that change anything on our behalf? Like, maybe this card's a little bit better than... No. Don't really... Pretty sure we just have to attack through Gifted Everborn. We don't really have a way to fight the Everborns. Could bring in like another Ixalan's Binding or something, but... Ixalan's Bindings, like random sorcery speed spells, don't feel like good ways to combat Gifted Everborn. Etherborn? I don't know how you pronounce it. If he's bringing in those cards, he really may not have Fumigate. And if he really doesn't have Fumigate, this card's a lot better than it was before. We do have Gideons already that we can tick up on them, and we have Heroic Interventions, but... I'm going to cut one Blossoming Defense for one more of those. 12-hour shift and 10 p.m. Justice League, which was freaking amazing. About to go to sleep, but since you're up... Really, was Justice League good? I've heard so many people say it was good and so many people say it was bad. I think most of the people don't read the comics that I've heard comment on it, though. I've obviously not watched it myself. I think Rotten Tomatoes gave it like a 43 or something. Well, so we move on to 1 land, into a no land, into a 4 land, or 5 land. Alright. I guess we'll keep it. Can't afford to keep that when we're this far behind. I kind of want to watch it though. I still haven't watched 4. I want to watch 4 as well. So this was a little unfortunate. We're probably just going to get wrecked now. Press F to pay respects. Oh, well, that's even worse. Okay, I guess we'll keep that. I want to watch both of those movies pretty badly. Alright, so opponent's playing a deck that I didn't expect him to be playing whatsoever. It just isn't what I expected when we signed up for this match. So that got all these random creatures and approach in his main deck? It's just kind of odd. Got too fat to go to the movie theaters, so I kind of try to avoid going to the theaters and waiting until they come out on video. He's got pretty effer hubs though. We're doing it, fam. Just target that guy again. Doing a lot better than I expected. No, I wait till they're legal and generally rent them on Voodoo. Considering we mulliganed to 4, this is going better than I would have expected, but like it's still not going good. You know me. I'm down with OPP. No, not another creature. It will never be the second creature. I wonder if I should have just ultimated this. To like play around the approach that at some point he'll have. Oh, we got not a third creature. Ah! At least he didn't cast that one. I'm much more worried about him casting that one than I was him like attacking us. I guess he has to attack us with this? He's just attacking Gideon with both of those? Gideon said Gideon doesn't care. Gideon said attack me, friend. No, it's getting worse and worse. More? What did our opponent sideboard into? This is lunacy. What did our opponent sideboard into? Our opponent got us pretty good. Fatal push on a cat. That's unfortunate. So our poor little Gideon's about to die. There's literally no saving this Gideon. Unless he just attacks weird. So he's attacking me with this. No, he's changing his mind. So he's attacking Gideon. Stop here for a second. He's attacking Gideon, Gideon. I guess I'll just go ahead and block, but If I draw a spell, I get to kill this either way. I think we're going to draw a spell. Why waste a 4 life? We didn't draw a spell. I was wrong. Is Aqua Bro like people are saying? So I guess we could get out of this somehow. I'm not sure how. I guess it's better to kill that one. We take a little more damage, but it gets it off the table forever. More creatures. I think we're dead. Alright. Well, that was an interesting approach deck. Remember, guys, if you like what you're watching, make sure to give us a follow and to click the links below the stream to both my YouTube and my Twitter. If you're watching from the YouTube, there's a link to the deck list, and the Twitter and the Twitch and all of the videos. Yeah, game 1, he cast Approach of the Second Sons on us. Couldn't stop one leaky pipe. Exclamation marks. Hazard's pretty good. You got Hazard, you got Glorybringer, you got Heart of Kieran shenanigans. All of those things can win games. Alright, time for round 4. Come on, Dice Row. Paired versus a 2 and 2. So we're attempting to steal a man's pity chest. We don't have green mana, but I actually still think this is a keep. I think this card's powerful enough, and we have a reasonable chance to draw any land for this card. And if we do get the green mana, we get to go crazy, but hey, we hit the green mana for once. That's not like us. We don't hit green mana. Good night, man. Sleep well. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Go get them, our little vanguard. Our favoritist little vanguard. I think I want to play this one. It uses the mana slightly better. And they have more harness lightnings and magma sprays than they do abrades, though they do have a fair number of abrades these days. Well, I'm certainly going to pay my 4. Um, huh. Kinda just want to play a second one of these, but that can't be right. I don't know. I guess it could be right. If we play this and we just put it on this, he just gets a clean block and we have to spend 4 mana? I think I'm just going to cast a second one of these. The next turn I can activate both of these. I don't know if that was right. It may be very wrong, because I kind of feel like I want another green mana so I can protect from Confiscation Coup. My opponent keeps trying to kill this thing. I'm not willing to let him kill this thing. This is a pretty good turn for us. That's not a green mana, unfortunately. So we crew this guy. Pay 4 life. Yes. Oh, God. Oh, sorry. Did I pay 4 life this turn? No, I didn't, because it doesn't say indestructible. We're going to play this guy. Put this on him. Then we're going to crew this guy here. Then we're going to give that guy lifelink. We're going to give that guy lifelink. And we're going to press F6. And attack him for 8 in the air with lifelink. For a second, I thought I paid 4 life. I was just like, no! That was a good draw. Alright, so versus Teamer. On the draw, I think we try to be a control deck for sure, so I think we want these. Kind of think we want these cast outs. I don't know if we want the bindings and the cast outs. Bindings are okay, but I really just want the one that can get rid of Glorybringer, I think. Before Glorybringer does Glorybringer type things. I think the 1-drops are a little bad on the play. Kind of think we don't want all of these either if we're cutting some of our 1-drops. Hey, Mike. What's up, man? Welcome, welcome. I don't think I want anything else. Maybe I want the Skyship Sovereign. Skyship Sovereign's pretty powerful. Uh, I don't want these. I want these two. Screw it. I think we're just gonna try to go real big on the draw. Probably messing something up. Yeah, I misspoke. I think when we're on the play, we want to be more aggressive on the draw. I think we want to just go big. I left one of these in, instantly draw it. Think this hand's fine? Yeah, I misspeak a lot. I'm not very intelligent. I'm an old redneck. I have no idea, James. And to answer your question from the chat, what is a sweet price? But probably not. I'd buy anything at a sweet price. It's just our definition of sweet prices are probably very different. I think this hand's pretty reasonable. Alright, merfolk, do your worst. If it's not a land, I'm putting it on the bottom no matter what it is. It was a land. Uh-oh. That's a good card. Kinda wanna play this? It's the harder one to deal with. Okay. Like how I was sitting here deciding whether I wanted to block or not when he didn't even attack, so I was just kinda like wasting time. Yeah, I guess I'll look for another land. I really just don't want to miss the land drop if I don't have to. And I don't think I want to attack. Attacking's probably okay, but it's probably not great. I think I would rather try to block. We do have Blossoming Defense mana up, so blocking seems like it wouldn't be bad or hard. Confiscation coup. I guess he's not attacking this turn. Hmm. Well, that's not the land that I've always dreamed about. What do you do? Cannot attack or block unless you control at least 3 other creatures. I think you're a reasonable card to play here. Do I want to attack, though? I still don't think I want to attack. Like, I just want to keep developing my board. So I guess he's going to make this guy? Which isn't great for him. That's not a land as well. Which mana do you take? 4? 4 seems like a lot. So we'll just play this one. I think at this point I might actually attack. Nah, I guess I won't attack one more time. I don't know, I'm just like really afraid right now, and I probably shouldn't be. Shouldn't be? Should not be? Is this Glorybringer? Nope. Bristling Hydra, which is another kind of good card. We have this Settled Wreckage, though, so if he ever gets in a position of power, we've got a pretty good spot if he doesn't have a counterspell. You're also still just not a land, but at this point I can play 2 spells. And playing 2 spells means I'm going to start attacking. I'm going to attack with both the flyers. He doesn't have a good block, so I think that's pretty safe. We still have a bunch of blockers and a lot of life. Let's see what goes on this next turn, but next turn might be a Peel and Authority turn. Especially if he taps out. Could very much be an Appeal and Authority turn if he taps out, or if he attacks with certain creatures. May not be as well. Really depends on what he does. If he doesn't do anything, we probably won't do much different than what we have been doing. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do much different. Think I'm willing to send... Well, let's start with this. I guess I would rather cancel that. I'd rather save this guy in case we need to afford it, but I don't think we will be. Feels like opponent had a reasonable draw. I'm not going to gain the life right now because for some reason I feel like he wants to kill this. He did not want to kill this. I was just wrong. Yeah, I was just wrong. I could have gained 3 life there. Just trying to play around him having a lightning strike or something. A ton of blockers on the ground though. He's down to 9 life now. And next turn, the boat goes toot toot. I'd have taken the Hydra. How do I take the Hydra? Oh, you would have targeted the Hydra. Sure. Like I said, I was kind of worried about him having a removal spell. Like he could have used the lightning harness or something and got extra energy somehow. Something I was a little bit worried about there. I could have been wrong, but that was the thought process when I didn't take it, or when I didn't target it. I'm not saying I'm right, I'm just explaining my thought process. I could very easily be wrong. But he had like 2 cards in his hand and he hadn't really been doing anything. Again, like 100% not saying I'm right. I could easily be wrong, just explaining my general thought process. Ixalan's Binding. I think we're just going to go ahead and equip this guy. Think I want to put this on this guy. Could have the removal spell now, but I'm fine with him having the removal spell now because we get to play the back half of this and tap 2 of his guys. So he did have an energy spell after all. Hitting for 8, so I think he's dead or close to it. We have to spend 3 things to tap this. It's going to kill this, and this is going to get to eat that. Oh, I messed up. I could have used this to crew this. I missed lethal on board because I'm bad. Wow. That was really bad of me. I definitely just missed lethal on board. Man, I'm kind of annoyed at myself. Kind of annoyed at myself. Yeah, I would have had an extra attacker had I just used this guy, or used the F for Spear Harvester to equip this. Or not to equip, but to crew. Keep saying equip, but I mean crew. I'm sorry. I don't think it matters. Pretty sure we just win. Now I know we win. He's hellbent. He has no cards in his hand, so I know we win now. But doesn't absolve it being bad by me. I guess I can just attack with everything on the ground. I don't even have to bother with the equipping anything. He's like hell bent. He can only make 1 blocker, so he can have 3 blockers total. The other 2 kill him. But yeah. Yeah, that was kind of a large player. I gave him one more turn. Luckily, we didn't get punished. Oh wow, and we instantly get another Q. So round 5, we're currently 3-1. We denied a teamer player a PD chest, and we have locked up our own PD chest, and we're trying to get 3 more. Oh, we're trying to deny the 5-0 trophy now. This hand's keepable, but not great. Keepable, but not great. It's pretty weak. There's a lot of powerful draws in the deck, and at least both of these have uh, a bomb slash eternalize effects. I think this one's a bomb or emblem bomb embalm. That sounds right. And this one's eternalize. So opponent kept 6 and put on top of the library. Could be another. Could be another teamer player. You get to press F6 if I cast it pre-combat. Rip. Walking Ballista. Oh my. Well, this is great. I assume he's going to block and use the ability on the other one. Which is pretty nice for us. What, someone playing Teamer Omoto? And he should have done that in the other order if he was going to do that. Because now we get to deal extra damage. And we'll play this guy. What do we get? Oh, we just got a land. It's still fine. So he's very unlikely teamer now, but he still could be like Sultai. Could just be random energy deck. Could be like a number of random energy decks when that when he's got that land base. Yeah, looks like it's Sultai. Well, if it's Sultai, we're just going to go all out and play everything here and try to get the Chef at Dunes online next turn. There's not a whole lot he can play next turn that's exceptionally good, like a land and 2 spells, or a land and like a hostage taker, are like his best things. But the Dunes probably beats most of that. Not all, but probably most. We got lucky, we were on the play, and he didn't have a good 2-drop. So it looks like we've got a pretty large lead this game. So a Rogue Refiner, if he blocks our biggest, he still takes 8. Alright, so we got there. I think we're going to try to go big again. So if we're going big, we definitely don't want these 4 cards. We definitely want these cards. What cards are worse if we're trying to go big? All the 1 white drops are probably not great. Like, they're just too easy to die to Walking Ballista, and he'll get value. If we're taking out a bunch of 1 drops, we probably want to take out some of these. And again, don't want to draw more than 1 or 2 pouncers in a game. So I think we want to cut a pouncer. So I think we'll cut 2 pouncers. Let's try 1 heroic intervention. That's probably terrible, but I just want to try it. Doesn't feel great. We're gonna try to go big though. I might on the play I might try to be a little bit more aggressive. I don't think that on the draw where they have so many 2 drops and so many synergistic 2 drops with Fatal Push, like even a 2 drop plus Fatal Push on 3, that we can realistically think we're going to aggro them out like that. I think we're going to have to catch them by surprise with like a Settle or a Johnny, or just like get multiple value out of like a Skyship or something like that. I said a Settle or a Johnny, but I meant Settle or Fumigate. I think it's pretty easy to mulligan that hand. This hand's a little harder to mulligan. Maybe it's easy to mulligan despite what I just said, that like I don't think I can aggro them out. This is a hand that would only be trying to aggro them out. Alright, we'll keep this hand. It's terrible, but I'm not going to mulligan the 4. Not when we have 1 land and some number of playable spells in a scry. Like, this hand doesn't look great. Hey, D2 into Austin. What's up, man? Or men, or women. I guess I don't really know. What's up, people? Howdy, howdy. You could be a dog. I shouldn't even call you a person. Who knows? You could be a kitty cat. Read on the internet that cats could talk. I believe everything I read on the internet. How about hello fam? That sounds reasonable. Do not like the art on that. Alright, 1 time for one of our few green sources where we just lose. Wah, 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 wah. Alright. Well. Don't think this game's going to go as planned. Maybe I should have went on down to 4 cards. I'm not sure. If I was going to keep a 1 lander, maybe I could have kept a 6, I guess? Or was it the 5? I forget which one was the 1 land. I think the 6 was like the one with a bunch of creatures. I guess that hand might have been keepable. Opponent seems like he has a pretty reasonable hand. Again, he doesn't have any good 2 drops, it seems, but... Land? Alright, I should have been more specific, but I am very grateful just to even have the colors. Pretty grateful to even have the colors. So this card's going to be hyper annoying now, as he can put counters on it and like pick these things off before they get their extra, but... Uh-oh. It's getting worse and worse as we speak. You can do it, deck. Land. Hey, it is a land. Guess I'll play this thing then? Maybe he'll use the Walking Ballista to kill it. That would really turn our hand on, but I don't think it's very likely that he's going to use the Walking Ballista to kill it. Give us our best options to win if he did. If he does use the Ballista to kill it, I assume he's got like a land and a snake and a pump. Or he could just take it hostage. I believe we're probably conceding to this. And we might as well look at the cards just to see what they were. Actually, that's probably bad. Let's think, can we actually win? I don't think we can actually win. If we can't actually win, there's probably no reason to show him an extra card. I guess there's Fumigates in the deck. We can always win, right? Yeah, there's Fumigates in the deck. We can still win. That's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I don't get to concede now. We're certainly putting that into the graveyard. So we need this to hit a land in the top card of our library to be a Fumigate. Alright. That's part of the solution. that's part of the solution. If he doesn't have a counterspell, I guess we have 2 outs now. More than we had. Oh, wow. If we hit it now, we actually get to get our 2-3 back as well, which is kind of nice. You can do it, deck. Be our everything. So now he left this open, so there's no way he doesn't have a Blossoming Defense in his hand. And the Blossoming Defense doesn't actually do anything right now, so that's kind of nice. I have to play these things for blockers. I don't like needing to do that, but we really need to do that right now. If he does have a Blossoming Defense, which I assumed we're actually dead on board, if we block the biggest 2, we would take 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he'd have 5, 6 when he removes the counters, and then he'd have the 7 and 8 with the Blossoming Defense. But he could miss it if he has it. Alright. I think I'm still going to block like he has it, since Fumigate really is our only answer. I think if we hit the Fumigate, we're in reasonable shape. That's not a Fumigate. So nothing we can do can give us an extra turn, right? I guess I don't mind to show him this card. Actually, I'm just going to concede. They come into play tapped anyway, and I don't want to show him a card from the Brancher at this point. I don't want him to see Fumigate, because he's clearly not thinking about Fumigate. Alright, so on the play we want to stay aggressive, so if I unsideboard, it actually helps me think about what I want to do. So I'm going to start with an unsideboarded deck. Well, I don't know a deck very well. This is just something that helps my mind work. Right, so we definitely want the removal spells, I think. Like, we want those 4 cards for sure. We may want this, we may not. We probably want this because of Scarab God. Yeah, so what would we not want? Probably don't want all of these. I think these things that just die to the front half of a walking ballista are kind of bad as well. Like, we need some pouncers, but probably not all of them. So that's me taking out more cards than I want to bring in. Except I actually definitely want to fumigate. At least 1 to 2 fumigates. In case things are going poorly. I don't want 61 cards though. So, do we want this guy or do we want this guy more? I think the cats are. If you only have 1 or 2 and you're wanting to draw them very late to turn them into like just basically make them 4/4s, I don't think they're awful, but I also don't think they're great because uh, he's probably going to bring in Death Gorge Scavenger. Kind of want this card. Don't know if I need it. Alright. Just run it like this and see what happens, I guess. Hey, thank you, Hades Killer 21. We'll play first. This hand's kind of bad, but I don't think I can mulligan it, even though it's pretty land heavy. Wouldn't mind to get rid of 1 of those lands, maybe even 2 of them in an open hand for any like random spell. Sorry about like not saying welcome quickly enough. Hopefully he doesn't have a removal spell for this. He saw Blossoming Defense, so if he waited to use a removal spell, that's pretty odd. And he knows we have Revolt creatures, so I assume he doesn't have it. I think we're just going to try to go 1, 2, 3 here. Can't press F6 anymore because we don't want to let him kill the Vanguard. Alright, well, he took a point of damage that he probably didn't need to take. Don't know what better target there would have been for him in our deck. So did he finally get a good 2-drop? He did get a good 2-drop this game. Man, I don't know what you can learn from me, but we do try. Trying to go through these phases as fast as I can to give it the appearance that I F6'd. Trying to do a little gamesmanship there. I kind of like this deck. It seems pretty reasonable. So, I guess he could get a Rogue Refiner. Oh, he could get that too. That's a pretty good one. Comes into play tap though, so it won't block. Oh wow, he doesn't have anything else. Well, I'm certainly not blocking. He could have Blossoming Defense, or he could be trying to get me with a Fatal Push. Either way, I'm not blocking. Like, think we're trying to race? At least I feel like we're trying to race. Um, trying to decide whether I'm just going to give this guy +3 this turn. I think I am. Pretty sure I'm just giving that guy +3 right now. If he's got a Death Scourge Scavenger, it like doesn't work out very well. So like maybe that was really bad of me. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I don't like using that turn. I think that was pretty bad of me. I think that was a greedy play by me. I think that was a very greedy play by me. But like I'm worried about Vraska's Contempt and I'm worried about Hostage Taker, so maybe it's not. He's got more cards than Death Scourge Scavenger to worry about. So like maybe it's not a greedy play. Yeah, now that I've rethought about it more, I actually like doing it then. So he needs a removal spell of some kind. If he had a Hostage Taker he could attack. He could like take the 2/3. He could like attack with the Cub for 8. Get his energy back and then take our 2/3. No, and then he would be going to 1 if we all out attacked. And we wouldn't be able to all out attack without drawing something that could win the game. I think I should have also left a green mana up. Me not leaving a green mana up seems like it was a fair mistake here. Yeah, I should have tapped my mana better. Actually, I couldn't. Never mind. I couldn't leave it up. I cast 2 green spells. Derp. Sometimes I'm not very bright, guys. This could potentially be enough, but I assume he's got a Vraska. Could just have like a Fatal Push and a Blossoming Defense. He could just not have solved a 40 as well. So is it Vraska o'clock? He'd go to 8, back down to 3. Yep, looks like it's Vraska o'clock. Oh wow, he's killing this one. So he goes back down to 4, but we get to keep our flyer that lets his stuff not be able to block as well. Kinda like that. I can now start pressing F6 as well. As everybody knows, pressing F6 is my favorite. So we sideboarded out 2 of these, so we have 1 more of them that's exceptionally good right now. Hostage Taker, I guess, is the most annoying card you can have. That's a Hostage Taker, but we still win if we draw the Authority, which is pretty nice. Are you there? Huh. I think it's worth making him spend energy. Trying to decide whether I want the life gain a little bit more, or whether I want him to block this and like spend some number of his energy more. I think I want the life gain less. Pretty sure I want the life gain less here. When he only has 2 Effort Hub for his blue mana, I'm just trying to make him spend a little bit of his energy. That may not have been worth it. Me gaining 2 life might have been more important than that. In fact, me gaining 2 life probably was more important than that. I'm not actually sure. Like, I value his energy pretty highly right now when he only has the 2 Effort Hubs there. Well, friends, that could potentially be it. If he tries to kill it, we win with the Blossoming defense. He did not try to kill it, so I'm not going to waste the Blossoming defense. I'm just going to cast another creature. Because if he had a removal spell and I used the Blossoming defense, I don't win there. Alright. Well, we denied his 5-0. Wonder what was in his hand. Like, he wasn't playing lands. Oh, he drew all 4. Wow. He drew all 4 Blossoming defense. That's pretty unlucky. That's pretty unlucky. Oh wait, he drew 2 of those cards post-combat, so he only had 2 in his hand. Anyway, we denied a chest and we got, our own 4 chests. So what did we do league-wise? We played versus Sultai Energy. We played versus... The only match we lost to was Esper Approach List with an interesting sideboard. We beat several energy decks, which felt pretty nice. The deck felt pretty good. Like, I don't think it's a tier 1 deck, but it actually, with this very small sample size, felt like it was a pretty competitive tier 2 deck. I'm definitely going to play this deck again more. Feel like I learned a lot through the course of these 5 games on how to sideboard and how to play the deck. I liked it a fair amount. But again, remember guys, if you like what you're watching, make sure to give us a follow, and to make sure to follow the links down below the stream for the nice link to the Twitter and the nice link to the YouTube. If you're watching from YouTube, there's a link to the Twitter, the Twitch, and the deck in the description below every video. Hey, the Night Porter, what's up, man? Blossoming defense doesn't protect versus Fumigate. It only protects when you target things, and Fumigate doesn't target. Fumigate just kills everything without actually targeting. The Oketch just seemed like the worst card in the deck. I did not like it. We didn't activate it once. We played it once. The one time we did play it, I guess it kind of locked up the ground a little bit versus Teamer, but it didn't feel good enough. This is Willie Edel's build of it, though, so he's done a lot more testing than me, and our sample size was small, so I don't want to say the card's bad. I just want to say it underperformed in the smaller sample size that we played. So let's see who we can host for tonight, since we're about to hop offline. I figured it out. We're gonna host Tom Martell. Don't know if you guys like watching. No, actually, we're not gonna host Modern. We're just gonna host Holy Diva. No, she's playing Modern. I don't want to host Modern. Everybody seems like they're drafting Iconic Masters tonight, and I can't really find a standard player to host. Just nobody playing Standard? All right. We'll host. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anybody to host. Wow. We're going to host this guy who may or may not actually be online, but it says he's playing Mono Black Aggro, which is the deck we played last night. Let's see if he's actually online. He is, in fact, online. Anyway, take care. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back Sunday. If I do not go to the paper Iconic Masters draft tomorrow, there's a good chance that I do a bonus Saturday stream. But anyway, take care, everybody, and thanks for stopping by.